Welcome y'all to another episode of Bruja Behavior. It's your girl Ali motherfucking Ling, and I don't know why I introduced myself as Ali motherfucking Ling.
She was iconic.
She was a moment.
She really was. She wasn't. No, you know what she was? Era.
She was an era. She definitely was an era. But no, Ali La Bruja, the one and only. I'm here with my girl, Big PC, not the little one.
Hi, I'm Clarity.
Clarity. But nah, we're so excited to have you guys. It's been about a week since we last met.
Real.
We're trying to do these on a weekly basis, y'all, and we've been struggling. I've been struggling with kind of getting this whole video thing together. So like, I definitely need your due diligence. I know we're gonna get 2 episodes at once, but maybe that's a blessing, right?
Yeah,
2 episodes at once. But definitely bear with us. We're getting it together.
We are. Shout out.
Yes, I can't wait for y'all to see our setup one day and so you guys can be here and we can like have these live in person, because we're manifesting live tours.
Yes,
we want to be outside.
We really do want to be outside. We want to see you. We want to talk to you. So
yeah, exactly. So like, make sure you stay tuned, you stay locked in, you stay aware of what's going down. But today we got some topics for you, and this is something that I wrote down because I felt like we have gone through this, and have talked about going through this, and I feel like we would be really like, so why do you think people hate when it's time to change? Like when you become a bigger person or a better person in life, or you start accomplishing things, why do you think people hate the fact that it's time, that you've improved, that you become bigger?
There's multiple ways for this to happen. And one way is that people have a fear that they're going to lose access to you.
Right.
Like, they're like, damn, I had them wrapped around my finger, or like, damn, like they were around me like all day, every day. Yeah. Now that they're like different, they're doing whatever it is, because it's all case by case, because we do things. Change could come in so many different forms.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like, that's one. Another one is like envy. So for example, let's say
I'm hating bitches.
I lost 50 pounds.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And instead of, them wanting to hype me up, their insecurities come out. So they're just like being mad bitter about it.
No, facts.
What about you?
Facts. I mean, I feel like people hate when you change because they have to accept the fact that they're not included anymore, and that at the end of the day, they don't get to have the same access to you.
No.
And access is a privilege now, and you have to work for access. And I think that's what makes it hard for people to accept that maybe this person has matured, maybe their priorities are different, maybe they've grown in a new direction, so I think for me, that's what I feel like, why I feel that folks might have a problem with seeing you become better. And there's nothing wrong with growing and with seeing,
finding yourself,
exactly, and putting yourself in a better position for your peace of mind, right? Because we talk about this all the time, that your peace of mind is bad. If it costs you your peace of mind, then maybe you shouldn't, maybe it's not worth your time, but that's what I think. I think that I think it's really on the person to do you give a fuck?
Yo, for real. For real.
Because that's
but honestly too, I like that too, because it's like a test.
No, absolutely.
So then you'll be able to like know who you got to cut out easy.
Right. Exactly. Because you start drawing that line, but once you draw the line, the person has no other choice to either accept it or move on, because at the end of the day, that line was for you.
Exactly, not for them.
Exactly. So definitely, that's why I feel like that. Ash, I got a question, girl.
Yeah.
Are you really living or just repeating patterns?
A bit of both. A bit of both.
A bit of both.
Because
explain.
So I've been noticing that I've been going back to, you know what, how I'm going to phrase it? My shadow side came up again.
Okay.
It came up. And it came up unexpectedly. Like, I was not expecting this shit to get triggered, but it did. And I was like, you know what? Because I don't have the comprehension of like what's maybe like going on or something, let me like reset my nervous system. Let me try to like actually see what this lesson is, and then make sure that I'm able to like fully process it and learn it.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. And I think
that's how it's gonna make me stronger too, because it like, girl, the way that my life just like changed within just 3 days, it's insane. But it changed for the better, because you know what it did? What happened? Made me love myself. It made me literally alchemize whatever was going on and just like pour it into me. My cup is full.
Absolutely.
Change the perspective.
Absolutely. Change flip. So it was a twofold thing for you.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was like a bit of both, because it's like I'm so alive that I was able to be self-aware when, you know, something happens.
No, absolutely.
When something is going on.
Absolutely. I think if this is I think it really depends on your interpretation.
Yeah, so what's your interpretation?
Because for me, are we really living or just repeating patterns?
Oh, Matrix.
You know what I'm saying? Because here's my thing. To me, we live, like, I like to use this example all the time. We're that's Matrix shit, right? And don't I tell you that all the time? Like, and
so like waking up every day for your 9 to 5.
Matrix shit. Right? That's something that you have to do in order to live in this world. You have to work.
Yeah, you gotta go to work.
You gotta do something to be able to pay the bills. So nothing that you're gonna receive is just gonna be for free unless you're born into money, right? So that's Matrix shit to me. But during your Matrix experience, you have the option to continue to follow the Matrix pattern or step away from it.
Yeah.
So are you really living really depends on, are you making the decisions in your life to get you to the next step? So changing the pattern, following different, methods and behaviors, or are you living in the Matrix and doing the same learned behavior that you've always done, or that that doesn't make you feel alive, that doesn't fulfill you the way that these other choices have. Like, to me, that's what I would think. That's how I interpret it. But like, I don't know.
I feel alive. After you explain that shit, I'm like, I feel alive.
Yeah. Listen.
Every day I wake up and I'm so blessed it's another day.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
And another day to just like grind.
No, dead ass, because I think
get tasks done.
I feel like that's so underrated. So many people don't appreciate. Like, girl, you woke up today, okay? Like, you was awarded another 24 hours, and you decide to come here with a nasty attitude.
That part.
Like, no, and I get it. Have a bad day. Have an attitude.
Stay miserable because you are miserable, but misery don't got company here, baby.
Exactly, and I think it's in your best interest. You either, and again, do you want to follow the person in the Matrix that's doing that?
You know what? That even goes to show maybe she's stuck in the pattern. She's probably and not being alive.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, you're stuck in a pattern, and that's what I'm saying. So when you're living, right? You make the conscious decisions. You are locked in. You know what you're doing. You're living. You're not just making choices because that's what you're supposed to do, or acting on emotion, or which are patterned learned behaviors. Or are you stepping into your greatness? Are you sacrificing those experiences? Because let me tell you, I've been being tested. Okay, really? I've been being tested. I've been in places where recently where I've had to like come to grips with the fact that, do you respond? Do you not respond?
Yo, for real.
And it's like, and it's hard because I'm from New York. Who you talking to? You know?
Yeah.
Like, and that's in general. Like, I and it happens a lot often because people don't. They want to draw you into the matrix.
Yeah.
But
oh my God, I hate that shit. Don't drag me out to the matrix. That's why, like, literally, like.
That's what I'm saying. But it's up to you now to say, am I gonna allow you to drag me to the matrix? Do I have the self control to be able to be like,
for real, this is not good.
Yeah, exactly. And
Bye.
I rather internalize, I take it home, crash out on some things, than allow it to impact me in a place where blessings are available.
Yes,
because I have
open.
a bigger goal and a greater purpose. You
exactly.
know what I mean? So for me, that's why I choose to lean in that realm. But you know, I think it's all a learning curve. Like
100%.
You know, it takes time. It's not something you just do.
Exactly.
Yeah, but definitely.
That's a part of the spiritual awakening that just never stops.
Well,
I feel like it's like a lifetime thing.
Exactly. It is a part of the spiritual process because now we're talking. So if we're applying it now to Brujaville, my question to you on your spiritual path would be, ask yourself that question: are you really living, or are you just doing the same shit that you've been doing? Like,
yo, dead ass. Like, for like how long? Since, let's say, like, since like 2012. Imagine that.
Exactly.
Imagine that you're doing the same thing since like 2012.
Exactly. It's you imagine
scary.
The mental
I would be
place.
scared.
Exactly. The mental place that you have to be in, like the way that the world is evolving around you, but also just you're not able to, like, how do you see yourself growing from being in that particular, like, being in that position? Like, how could you have? You've been doing the same shit, so that's why when you see your favorite uncle who still lives in the hood in that in that room with the whatever, and he's just tolerating that shit because he's lost in the matrix, and that's what it is. And it's like, spiritually, you can't allow yourself, when spirit gives tests, right? Spirit is going to give you tests. So spirit is going to say,
they test your weakness too, so you gotta be ready.
So it's gonna tap in. So if your weakness is when people trigger you, you know what it's gonna do? Trigger the shit out of you. And then it's gonna ask
until you control.
Yeah, to teach you to have some, like, hello, let's see until you either explode and end up in a position, because that's where free will comes in, right?
Yeah.
So now you either explode continuously and get the same result until you end up in prison, or you find a way to further hone in and look into why you're triggered, because why you're triggered truly matters, and then you can have a deeper conversation with yourself about getting yourself aligned. You know what I'm saying?
Getting yourself aligned,
and stepping out of that pattern,
stepping out of that matrix.
Exactly.
Oh my God, thank you so much. I needed to hear this message. But it's confirmation though, because I really feel like I've been stepping out of the matrix, and it's been like electric ever since.
No, seriously. And I think once you start to see that life, there's so much more to life than the rabbit hole that you've been putting yourself through, you start to really look at a lot of things like, is that even worth? Do I need? Is it a required task? And you start doing that with life situations, or with, like, different scenarios, or, you know what I'm saying? You start applying it in different places. I'm going to get into another hot topic.
Okay.
Yeah. And the question is, intuition real or just pattern recognition? Is your intuition real when we say, something I felt in my body, something told me that this is what I wanted to do, or I shouldn't go, or I should have said something, right? Or is it just your body recognizing that this is something that someone would do all the time, so you know that they're going to do it, rather than your gut telling you it? And personally, I don't know, I feel like both are real. Both things can coexist. Like, I am really good at noticing patterns because I pay attention to things that people say, do, and how they behave. Right?
Yeah. And people are predictable.
Exactly. They're predictable. They tend to do the same shit. But also, back to my Matrix confirmation.
Yeah.
Like, once you live in the Matrix, you tend to do the same shit, right? But then there's also things that my gut has foretold me, like the time that I dreamed a man's password and it worked.
That is insane.
Yes. But some could argue that situation was pattern recognition because for like 2-3 weeks straight, he kept singing the Tyler Perry song. Sorry, the album Wolfgang had just dropped. And he was blasting that shit all the time. So when I guessed the password, it was that.
Wow.
So you know, my body had to
like subconsciously your brain was able to like
make the pattern, but I didn't think he would be that literal. Like, who uses,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I'd think of the most random thing.
To be honest, I think it was your intuition.
I think it was my intuition too, because I dreamt that shit. And I'm thinking about patterns in my sleep. No. You know, I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible, but yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So that's my take on it. I think both things are definitely possible. What do you think?
I agree with you because I even had a time where I dreamt something and then it happened in the future.
Oh, like
but it was more like symbolically though. Like that shit was crazy. It literally felt like my Bovida, but like alive and like with people that were still alive. So it was my great grandma, the one that I have on my Bovida, and we were all at a white table. There's 2 different white tables that were set up. So it was a table right there up front, and then a table back here, and then the table up front was like really nicely lit. Like it was like so beautiful. Then the one over here was just like a cloth, something simple.
Okay.
And it was my grandpa and then my mom's step siblings at the fancy table. And then me and my mom and my family are at the table that's like all
like, you know,
basic.
Just,
like
plain.
If we're like
like you're
nothing.
Just,
And I was like, wow, that's like really interesting. You see them having a good time and then we're just like kind of here, like whatever. And then I like just always remembered it. Like it would always just play. Then I got a message.
Okay.
You're not going to be associating yourself with your family. And then I was like, but who? Like who? So I could just cut them off now.
Yeah.
They were like, you're going to have to go through it yourself. You're going to see.
And how old were you when this happened? Like, were you young or was this like a few years ago?
I was in, I would say like early 20s, mid 20s. This was when I like first, like, I'd say I was probably like 3 years in the religion.
Okay.
3 years in like the religion with you. And yeah, then I was like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to like sit to the back. And then I started seeing how everyone was dropping flies after that. On my dad's side, I was setting boundaries. And I'm like, I'm not gonna go over this person's house. Like, fuck you mean? Like, I'm good at home. And then, you know, with my mom too, starting to see like the dynamic there, and I just
so your intuition was
telling me like
that was gonna happen.
This is what's gonna happen.
And but you had to live it in the experience, and I feel like that's what happened. Like I had that dream. I immediately woke up. I was like, oh my god. And it felt so intense because my heart was bursting because, okay, low-key, I knew he was cheating, right? I knew that bitch ass nigga.
Intuition again.
Cheating, all right? My girly heart was telling me he was a cheater. And I went to go find out and confirm. So when I got in the account, I saw like
the evidence
of everything. So my heart was beating out of my freaking chest. So you know that feeling is real. But I'm feeling it in my dream. So when I'm waking up to my heart on a million, so I was like, I gotta try it. And lo and behold, and what do you think I found?
Everything.
It was crazy. It was legit crazy. But I'm, you know, to this day, he was shocked, like
that you got the password because he was
like, I never told you that. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Don't play with a don't mess with a bruja and think you're gonna get away with it.
But hold on,
like,
babes. I'm a bruja before I know I'm a bruja. I had no clue that's where that came from. I was just like, oh my god, my intuition, baby, because I knew. But could have that been classified as pattern recognition technically, because he had kept saying the word. And my natural brain thinks, okay, he's a boy.
Yeah.
So I started subconsciously, he's going to pick something that he says all the time, like, you know, big booty hoes or some random question like that, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I thought, I was like, it had to be that, but no, girl, it was. So to me, that's what it is. But that's my take on that. Do you have any spiritual boundaries?
Do I have any spiritual boundaries? I mean, yeah. Okay. I don't tell people what religion I practice.
Okay, of course. Which, respectfully, the thought behind that, or the idea behind that, is that if I give you the ammunition, you know what to use to hurt me.
Exactly. And I don't be showing my spirits on social media. Like, I would never take a picture of it. Like, I will say it in person. Like, I'm sorry, you're not even going to see, like, anything. No, you're just going to see me as the goddess.
No shade. No shade to the people who do it.
Yeah, no shade. It's just, I'm very protective about my stuff. And I've been traumatized. Like, no,
and I feel like, even with that, right? I think about it like, there's people who, okay, remember in episode 1 we talked about how there's an idea that witches or brujas are over a pot.
Yo, for real, that we're only doing evil shit.
And that's the vibe. And we all have moles and we all have all kinds of random shit.
Yo, we have like, yeah.
But my thing is that at the end of the day, this idea that people are, that brujas are like that, and it's like, dude, no one's worried about you like that.
But you know what it is? I feel like it's more common to see that shit.
It is.
So I think that's the reason why.
Blame Hollywood, baby.
Yo, for real. Like, it's really not like that.
There's a lot of movies out there that are depicting spirituality as one way, and it's really not that. There are some movies who get it right or very accurate. Yeah. But when it comes to privacy of your spirituality, like, to me, I'm not giving you ammunition to know what to hurt me with or to think that you know how to hurt me. Now, I'm not putting into the universe that you're out to get me or that you are trying to hurt me, but it's just a protective measure that I feel is essential to what you do. We all have, there's the Orisha spirit statues. Yeah. There's, which anyone can have, right? Or essentially, or just because the statue is there does not mean that they have the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Some people just get it because that's what they're tied. They felt like they needed it. And we can also talk in a separate conversation about how that's really common. Have you ever just gone to now, some people go to the Botanica and just grab shit. But then there's some people who are like, oh, I need this. So they go to the Botanica and they buy it. Yeah. But the intention of them needing it isn't because they know that that's the spirit that they have. They just got it just because. You know what I mean?
That's scary, you guys. Oh my god, I have a story. It's crazy. That shit. Oh my god, no.
But we're definitely gonna bring that one. We'll definitely talk.
Don't do that,
maybe
please.
We'll do that as a bruja
always
lesson.
Know, as a bruja lesson. But like, always know what walks with you, please.
Yes, please, because it's important to know what walks with you so that you can purchase things. Now, when I first started my spiritual path, I bought things because I was called to them. I would walk around the Botanica, and if I felt called to it, like that was a spirit, but I took a really big risk because maybe I didn't, you know what I mean? Maybe that wasn't the right time. Thankfully, everything I've gotten has been confirmed, like, you're good, you need that. Yes. But not everyone don't know. Speak to your leader, whoever it is, and or somebody who, if you don't have a leader, someone who can validate for you that's an elder, what you're supposed to be doing and what you're supposed to be getting.
Exactly. And like, go get readings done, but like also too, like when you get the readings, like really feel out the vibes and feel out, how the reading is going.
Yeah, because sometimes these people be bullshit. They just be yapping. What you talking about?
Like, you know what they're doing? Recognizing the pattern in the matrix.
Exactly. Rather
not using that.
Than using the voice within them that's telling them this is what it is. You know what I mean? Because there's a big difference, baby. There's a really big difference. And I think you have to have that discernment.
Yes.
When it comes to this. This is not a game. Just like your Christianity is not a game, right? If that's what you believe in, your Muslimness is not a game. It's not a game. Treat it as such. It's something that you're doing to connect with a higher power, whatever that power is. So treat it with that same armonía, like we say.
Yes.
Armonía. You know, to keep it funky. But now we're gonna switch it up. Some hot takes.
Let's go.
Everything happens for a reason. True or false?
False.
False. And why do you say false?
Well, oh my gosh, but it's just case by case, because sometimes it's like a fantasy you're looking at and it's not like reality.
True. Okay, give us an example.
So like some random person calling you a soulmate. That's not a coincidence.
Sometimes they're just saying it's because they're trying to be a narc and take you in.
Yes.
they really don't mean it. So intention matters in this case is what you're saying, right?
Okay, yeah. It happens for a reason. I mean, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, cause it's destiny.
Definitely.
Destiny's a thing. Like I agree. I think everything happens for a reason. So, no, because some things you could avoid. Your bitch ass did not have to go slap the person, right? Or you didn't have to. You did that because of your personal choice. Now,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's very case by case.
No, true. But the reason that you got socked back or you went to jail was that was your karma. That was your karma. You know what I'm saying? Or that wasn't necessarily action that you were supposed to take. But also, maybe that person needed to get punched in the eye so they could stop.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
the lesson had to, there you go.
So the lesson had to be learned.
The lesson had to be learned, and it happened for a reason. It was a coincidence.
Yes, and the lesson was that you needed some more self-control, right? You needed more. Yeah. You needed to be because you shouldn't have punched him because it caused a chain reaction of events. No,
actually, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's always a test.
So it's all a test.
It's always a freaking test. It always results to a test. That's why I'm like.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I definitely think that yeah, no. It's essential. It has to, everything definitely
has to happen for a reason.
It has to.
No.
Now.
Why not have a mature conversation?
Yeah. No, I think,
or actually, because I mean, sometimes people don't deserve closure. Like, just leave. Goodbye. Your action was the closure.
Well, there you go, right? But I feel like it's case by case, and I say it's case by case because
it is. I agree.
If you're dealing, for example, I
don't know. I could think of like if I were to break up with you, which is never gonna happen. But I'm saying I would owe you an explanation because you'll be like, well, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Like,
that would be our closure talk. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying is like some conversations are merited, especially when things are in a good place, when everything's great. I feel like where we mostly see this is in relationships, right? So I feel like in certain relationships, your partner, whoever it is, they are they're showing behaviors of disassociating from you, but you're not picking up on the cues, right? You're not paying attention. You don't see. And instead of taking accountability that they've been not fucking with you before they went out and started fucking with somebody else, they put you in a position, whereas if they had ended and gave you that closure of understanding what happened, you know what I'm saying, then you would know where things went wrong. But some and using that situation, do you really care
to even have a conversation cheated, like
after you've been played?
Yo,
to have that conversation. I mean, it's real. Like you was out here sticking it in anyone. You know?
Because honestly, my entire block list, I never gave any. Oh no, actually, I did give them closure.
Sometimes,
but it's because
I don't want you to pull up on me.
kind of petty because I wanted to have the last word,
right,
and not have you have the last word.
Well, no, I've done that too. I don't want to. I did that with my gym. Ooh, remember the time I had to break up with my gym?
My gym guy? Audacity,
so
weirdo.
I'm gonna tell y'all, there was a time I was going to the gym, and I had a trainer, and everything was cool. Like there was no issues. It was real vibe. I would tell her all the time how good everything was going. I felt really motivated. I was going 3 times.
Very consistent. You were there.
She would come to the gym with me.
Yes.
Like we was not playing. I was always
every Saturday
in the gym. And then one day he decides we're going to move your time up earlier because I have another client after you. And based on where you are, it's difficult for me to get to them on time. So I was like, well, I understand, but this is the time that we set.
Right.
It was already like me getting up at 4
a.m.
to get there for 6 a.m. And I only did that because I like to eat first. Right. I need time. But, so I was like already kind of cutting it close. Right. Mm-hmm. But he suggested, I said, look, we'll try it. Let's see how it goes. So that particular day I was going to sleep kind of late. So I was a little bit extra tired than I normally would be.
Yeah.
But I got up at 3 to do my, my meal plan for 4 to leave by 4:30 so I could get there at 5 instead of 6. So I'm low energy. We just woke up. Like it's damn near. I'm dragging. Right. I'm extra tired. So I said, look, I'm thinking when I come in today, he's gonna have some kind of leniency. Give me a set. You got here a little bit earlier. I'm not gonna drill you so hard and so fast in the morning with like crazy routines. But he's having me do like really high intensity stuff. I'm doing all of them. Yeah. At the intensity that I could possibly give at that time of day. Now, it wasn't no, I was doing it. I was just very silent and focused on what I had to do. My silence triggered him. I don't know why. Because
that is so weird.
We're mid doing some toe touches. And we have like a timer. And, we were mid doing toe touches. And my phone was playing music on the speaker. And my alarm, because it's before 6 a.m., went off. So I was already at the end of the set. Yeah. And I think I was at 28, 29, 30, right? Oh, so I was like reaching up and said, okay, the alarm is going off, 28, 29, 30, right? May not have done all the way the last 2. But I was doing it damn good the last like 28. So give me a freaking second. Me some slack. I'm trying to get to my phone. I want to know that everything is okay, right? So,
exactly.
So I do what I need to do, and I get up to go get the phone. Why you doing that?
Ew.
What's going on with you? Why you got an attitude for? You all quiet over there. And I felt like he was trying to talk to me like I was his woman. Excuse you?
Yeah.
What you mean I got an attitude? You just got up and didn't finish the set. I was like, I was at 28. Chill. And I got up to turn off my alarm. You didn't even see my face because my back was to you when I turned around to go to the alarm.
Yeah.
So we had to break up.
I'm glad you did because the audacity, like, excuse me?
Who are you talking to? Why
are you no, first of all, why are you so pressed that I'm not saying anything? Like, seriously. I'm so focused on this workout.
Exactly. You should and then also
at least be happy that like my form was fucking good.
Exactly.
And you actually even had the courtesy to go turn off your alarm, and that triggers your nervous system.
Exactly. And that's why I was like, let me turn off the thing because I'm trying to put back my music. I want to get locked in so I can finish the next, because we were on set 2 of 3. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I want to get this next one in and be good. But like,
he was so weird.
It was so weird.
So weird.
But then homeboy didn't catch I blocked him, right?
Yes.
Because I didn't even, so when I left that day, I literally left right then and there. I got up and I was just like, oh, okay, you think you talking to somebody? You talking to your girl or something. I'm not about to argue with you. I don't got to deal with this shit.
I'm not the one, bitch.
No, I definitely am not. Nor the 2, nor the 3. So I literally was like, I don't gotta deal with this shit. So I said absolutely nothing. I grabbed my stuff and I walked the fuck out. He's standing there to, we're not doing this no more. We're not working out. We not. Boy, no, we're not. And that's it. So I left. I went outside, cools off, waited for him to leave the building, and went back upstairs to shower, to do whatever I needed to do, because it was already the end of the workout anyway. And blocked him, right? So he couldn't take the hint. He felt like he needed closure. And I was like, sir, so you don't need an answer. Like, it was very fucking clear that business was done. Like,
exactly. There's no conversation after that.
This man texted me from his Apple ID and not his phone number, because he was blocked on his phone number, just to ask me why we stopped working out. Excuse you?
How about you send me the link to your thing,
your
right?
Google reviews, so we can talk about.
I'm gonna leave a Google review, and then that's where my closure will be. On your Google review.
On your Google review page.
1 star. If I could, I would give you 0.
Exactly.
And here's why.
Exactly. That was the freaking audacity. The freaking audacity. I was just like, you know what? But the fact, and in that case again, blocked. I don't even care what you have to say. I said, since you feel like you need closure, I left because you were talking to me as if I was your girl, and I have a whole man. So I need you to learn how to speak to women and lose my number and never hit me up again. Respectfully. Blocked.
Block it.
I don't even care what happens at that point. Like, you're good, my guy.
Thank God you told him off.
Yeah, I just said it. I didn't curse, but I said all of that little thing, respectfully, professionally. But I said it like that, exactly like that. It's in your best interest never to hit me up again.
Yo, for real.
Thank you, and I don't want to see you. And
no,
we're good. Don't be about me, because I'm not about to tolerate that from anybody. I barely tolerate that from family. You think I'm gonna tolerate that from a stranger?
Right.
Girl.
Bye.
Girl.
Bye.
You out your noggin. But yeah. So for me, that's why I say closure can be overrated.
Oh, because yes, 100%. Sometimes they really just don't deserve it. Like, just
really, exactly.
By your actions, you should have known.
Absolutely. It's really not that needed, right?
That part.
So one thing that I did want to touch on, and I know we kind of alluded to it in the last episode a little bit, about how there's a big difference when it comes to religion and interpretation of what we do. And so the difference between spirituality and religion, and then can they coexist, right? So for me, the definition of spirituality and religion is that spirituality is something that you are connected to forces that, or a higher power, right? So if we're talking about God, your spirituality, your spiritual connection to God is that you're tied into that, like your body feels connected to this higher entity, right? And then religion is the practice that you follow to understand, to go about that specific relationship of your spirituality. So can they coexist? Yes.
Yeah.
But do they can they be conflicting sometimes? And I feel like that's a real thing too.
Yeah. Because there's some religions that will restrict the spirituality aspect of it.
Exactly. For example, and no shade, Christianity. Yeah. Right? You have the connection to the higher power, but the book tells you that that's your only connection, and that there is no other connection, and that if there are a connection, it's Saint Maul, Saint Perry, Saint whatever, but you're not supposed to be praising them, you just know them, right? So we have Saint Mary, right? There's some religions or some versions of Christianity that pray to Saint Mary, and that, so if you look, we're thinking about the South American countries, a lot of think about all the novelas, they always had San Mari there.
La Virgen de Guadalupe is a staple,
La Virgen
girl.
de Guadalupe, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So, but she's a but if they'll Papa Dios, they'll still go to church, they'll still go, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like there's still, in a way there is, but it's their version of it. Whereas with us, we always give give our praises to Nsambi and, you know, the higher gods, the creator gods, but we also make acknowledgement and connection to our ancestors and to our
all the spirits that were like walking with us since birth,
exactly,
that were assigned to us actually at birth,
and then those that are based on our particular path of spirituality that were assigned to us, right? Who are specifically assigned to care for us. And as long as so as long as we know that, I think that's what the difference between spirituality is for me, is being one with the fact that there are these other energies and being okay. But I feel like certain religions conflict that, like they kind of push back on that idea a little bit, or they have a negative connotation even so, right? But I also, using them as an example, like sometimes they don't even realize, like there's prayer circles that folks do where they will all get together and they'll pray to God about a specific topic, or everybody puts their prayer in and they pray to God about a specific topic. What do you think that is?
That's manifestation, baby.
That's manifestation, but that's also in a way a form of spells, right? Because you're using your words and your chants to get whatever it is done so that you can do it, but you're doing it in the name of Jesus, or you're doing it in the name of, you know, whatever you're praying to. And I'm like, there's just so much ties there. But again, that's why I'm saying, like, both can coexist to me. It's just making sure that one does not restrict the other.
Yeah, they should coexist.
Yeah, they definitely should.
Family
isn't always your safe place when it comes to that. Again, like, and I think the easiest way to explain it is it really depends on your relationship with your family.
Exactly.
Right? Are you guys... What type of what's your family dynamic?
Yeah, what type of people are they? Are they good or bad?
Yeah, I definitely... So using this as an example is a conversation that I had where I was telling someone that I knew. Sometimes relationships don't work because we don't understand the dynamic that the other person has with their family. We're talking about someone who had a specific issue with their partner because the partner's family, the partner believed and looked at relationship, like their family, one way, and the other person did not. So one of them didn't believe in family values, while not that they didn't believe, but their situation was different. So their connection to family values was different than somebody who had real, connection to their family values, and they cared about what they said. And they had a moment because the person who had that connection's family did not get along or did not like that other person for whatever reason. And what happened was that I explained to the person who was in that position that ultimately they can't hold it accountable. Like, I can't hold you accountable because you're tight with your family and I'm not.
Okay.
I have to accept you for your relationship with your family because that's just what the reality is. And at the end of the day, my thought process is a little bit different. I'm quick to disconnect and move forward. Whereas with you got to think about how that makes, your mom feel. And
yes.
And how does your, you know what I'm saying? Like,
thank God that nightmare is over. But dead ass.
So that's what I'm saying. And and that's what I explained to the person, was that, like, if they can't, the person who's connected to their family, and if they can't make a differentiation that at some point this cannot impact what I got going on with this other person, then is that person for you? Facts. Maybe they need to find someone who's also, their family is also the same way, and they can have that dynamic, or they can understand that person a little bit better. But you don't have to, don't have to
tolerate that.
You don't have to tolerate it, but also you can't hold it against them.
Oh yes, that too.
that's their dynamic. Like that's just what it is. That's how it is. That's how it is for them.
That just wasn't your person.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know, and just making that connection. But I say that to say that family isn't always the safe place or the safe option. Sometimes it's the people that you bring around you. Like I shared earlier, like I'm so grateful for you.
Yes.
Like you're
came, my big sister I always wanted.
You just seriously, like, you just came when you came, and I wouldn't have changed it, right? Or even
it was perfect timing.
Even with Tata Ray, even with Facts. You know, with his husband, even with all of
the family we built,
the family that we've built, the friends that I have. Like I am so proud in my circle being a Cheerio. Like I really appreciate my circle being a Cheerio because. So this has been another episode of Bruja Behavior. We're so excited. We cannot wait for new episodes to drop. But we do have a question for you guys to let us know in the comments below. All right. And the question is, tell us a time your intuition was right. Let us know down below. Yeah. The other one is, what's one belief you'll defend no matter what? What is it, girl? You got to let us know. And the final is, what's something you used to believe that you don't anymore? We need to know.
Yes, we do.
Because we want to read your answers here live on the air. So if you have not already done so, make sure you hit this button right here. All right, as well as this button right here to stay notified of what we have going on, when we're dropping, when we have new episodes. This is the first section, so you will have 2 videos for just this one time, but moving forward, new episodes will release every Sunday.
Yay.
Will be right here. So make sure you stay locked in. Make sure you follow us on social media platforms, which will be linked in the bio below. And with that said, I love you, New York. Good night.
Thank you.
Mwah. Peace.
That was beautiful. That was actually